Hi, and welcome to House Blend on SCV TV, where Santa Clarita Valley musicians of all persuasions come to play their original material, and you and I get to know them a little bit better when they join us for a conversation. I'm your host, Stephen K. Peoples, and thanks for dropping in. By the way, if you're a solo artist or in a band that performs original songs and you'd like to appear on House Blend, or if you're a fan and you'd like to join us in the SCV TV studios for the next taping, stay tuned. We're going to tell you how you can do both later in the show. In a few minutes, we're going to hear an exclusive House Blend performance by metal progressive rock quartet Slow Motion and talk with the members of the band Roger, Dennis, Mark, and Josh. But first, we're going to cowboy up with the award-winning Skeeter Mann and the Lost Canyon Rangers. Now, these guys have packed them in at the Santa Clarita Cowboy Festival the last couple of years, and we're really glad to have them in-house on House Blend. Welcome to the show, Skeeter.
Well, thanks, Stephen. It's good to be here.
All right, appreciate it. Now, tell us who is in the band these days.
Well, we've got some new players. We've got Miss Michelle G. has just joined us with our female harmonies, and John Nelson is playing guitar, mandolin, and banjo, and Joel Druckman is playing bass.
Now, this is all a pretty new group of folks, right?
Yeah, we've gone through some changes. I guess that happens with just about any band, or even families sometimes change partners.
Gotcha.
But we're doing real good now.
All right. Before we go any further, I got to ask, what's the nickname? What's the story behind the nickname, Skeeter?
Oh, well, my grandma named me that when I was really small. I was living with my grandparents in southern Illinois, and I guess it's the fair hair or something that in the springtime mosquitoes would just search me out, and so my grandma just said, "Come over here, little Skeeter, let me put this calamine on you."
Now, a lot of cowboy bands these days have people in them who have no background in anything Western, but you have a background that includes growing up on a farm and ranching and working with horses and various other ranch type stuff. So.
Right.
So there's some credibility there.
Yeah, as I said, I grew up with my grandparents, and my granddad had a farm/ranch. He raised cattle and horses, and he also farmed several thousand acres. And part of my job was helping with the chores and breaking horses and milking cows and bringing them in, and it was the highlight of my life, really.
Fantastic. All right, now we're going to hear a couple of songs today, but what's the first one we're going to hear?
My Only Love, great song, was written by Michael Fleming, and he's in charge of the Cowboy Festival out here in Santa Clarita. Does a great job with that. And because I don't write a lot, so Michael said that we could do this song, and we're just proud that he's allowed us to do that.
Well, it's great. We're looking forward to hearing it. All right, so let's hear it right now. Here, Skeeter Mann and the Lost Canyon Rangers on House Blend, with a song from their Don't Ever Sell Your Saddle CD. It's titled My Only Love.
Alone on a ranch, hidden high in the hills of New Mexico. The sky is a constant companion for her lonely soul. She spends her days working the land handed down to her long ago. But at night as she sleeps, she still dreams of a handsome vaquero. My only love waits by the Rio Grande, and like a dove I will fly away with him someday. And my heart will belong to him ever and always. My only love waits by the Rio Grande. Mi amor espera cerca del Rio Grande. From the moment she met him, she wanted her love as her own. Consumed by desire much stronger than any she'd known. From south of the border he rode up to court her alone. There was magic that night in the soft moonlight by the Rio. someday. And my heart will belong to him ever and always. My only love waits by the Rio Grande. Mi amore spera cerca del Rio Grande. Her father discovered the lovers alone, and striking in anger, he banished the boy from his home. He said, "Girl, you'll not marry a boy who's not one of your own." Then, father, she cried, "I will spend my life living alone." My only love waits by the Rio Grande, and like a dove, I will fly away with him someday. And my heart will belong to him ever and always. My only love waits by the Rio Grande. Mi amore spera cerca del Rio Grande. Mi amore spera cerca del Rio Grande.
Skeeter, that was great.
Thank you.
You know, thanks a lot for performing that, but you got another one ready to roll too.
Oh, you bet. Donnie Catch a Horse. And this is a R.W. Hampton song. And we're just mighty proud to be involved with him in anything.
He's pretty heavyweight writer.
You bet. And he's the real deal. You know, all these songs are from his own experience.
Oh, fantastic. All right, on House Blend, here's Skeeter Mann and the Lost Canyon Rangers with Donnie Catch a Horse.
I left my home so long ago, I rambled near and far, traded my old boots and spurs for a crying lone guitar. What I lost along the way, the good Lord only knows. But I ain't sold my saddle yet, and while I still got the time to go, I'm singing, Donnie, catch a horse for me. You know, the one that I never could ride. Jake, you snub him up real close, gonna give him another try. Me and Tom will ride the cedar breaks and the wild ones rope and tie. And Bonnie Gray, if you're still free, would you be a cowboy's bride? From the Bighorns to Dakota line, where the Belfouche River runs, I rode many a frozen mile, but I had a lot of fun. I ran my first wild horses there, Lord, I'll never be the same. I long to see the sun go down on that Thunder Basin range, singing, Donnie, catch a horse for me. You know, the one that I never could ride. Jake, you snub him up real close, gonna give him another try. Me and time we'll ride the cedar breaks and the wild ones are open tight. And Bonnie Gray, if you're still free, would you be a cowboy's bride? I've got a gal that's true to me, oh, she's waited for so long. She wanted nothing more from life than a family and home. First thing in the morning, I'll ride out and see her pa. She and I are gonna settle down at the head of a cottonwood draw, singing, Donnie, catch a horse for me, you know, the one that I never could ride. Jake, you snub him up real close, gonna give him another try. Out of river Tom, Ladderbuck, the Missouri's deep and wide. And Bonnie Gray, if you're still free, would you be a cowboy's bride? Singing, Donnie, catch a horse for me, you know, the one that I never could ride. Jake, you snub him up real close, gonna give him another try. Out of river Tom, Ladderbuck, the Missouri's deep and wide. And Bonnie Gray, if you're still free, would you be a cowboy's bride? And Bonnie Gray, if you're still free, would you be a cowboy's bride?
Skeeter Mann and the Lost Canyon Rangers on House Blend with Donnie, Catch a Horse. That comes from the album Don't Ever Sell Your Saddle, the group's third album. How do we find out more about the Lost Canyon Rangers and find your music?
Well, we're on Facebook right now. You can go to Facebook, Skeeter Mann and the Lost Canyon Rangers, and click on the little band, My Band tab right up the top.
Excellent. All right, thanks a lot. I'm Stephen K. Peoples. We'll be back with more of House Blend on SCV TV right after this short break.